It's Sunday, November 9th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in today. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Would really appreciate it. Let's continue to wake people up. Let's continue to get the word out there. So much happening. I want to start today's video. I have a few articles here, but I want to start the video with a response. Somebody wrote me in the comments a couple hours ago, and I wanted to respond to this comment. And they said, I should give my gold and silver to the poor, and asked, what would Christ do? Well, I'm going to answer that question. Christ said this: give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. I believe God, I believe Christ didn't want man to beg. I think God wanted men to be hard workers, to be self-sufficient, to be able to work, to be productive, not ask for handouts. So I like helping people. I've been out on the streets over the years donating food, dog food, human food. We've been to the food banks. Over the years, we've always tried to help. I've made donations to people, to animal shelters. I've made donations. But at some point, people are responsible for themselves. And we are a country now that just believes that it's easier just to give people stuff, not to ask for anything in return, that people shouldn't be self-sufficient, that they shouldn't take care of themselves, that other people should take care of them. Now, there are people that cannot take care of themselves. I understand that. And we should help those people. But at some point, people have got to help themselves. People have got to get skills. They've got to work. They've got to be productive. If we continue to go down this path where everybody believes that they deserve something for free, this country is going to be done. And a comment like this, that I should just give what I worked hard for, my gold, my silver, my money, I should just give away to people who didn't work. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Everybody has opportunity out there. There is more opportunity in America than any other country, no matter how bad it has gotten here. There is still opportunity here. And yes, it has gone downhill a lot. Opportunity has shrunk. There's no doubt about it. But you name me a country where people are flocking to more than the United States of America, where you still have somewhat of a chance. I'm not saying this country's perfect. I'm not saying that we're not in big trouble. We're in huge trouble. We have gone downhill probably faster than any country. And if we continue down this path, as I've said, we're in very, very big trouble. God doesn't want us dependent. God doesn't want us begging. We need to be out there grinding it out, hustling, working, producing, and being self-sufficient as possible. That's my belief. That's my opinion. Let me know yours. Comment down below. Shifting gears here. Gone for good. Denny's, Outback Steakhouse, and Ruby Tuesday abruptly closing dozens of locations, leaving diners scrambling. Denny's, as we've talked about this before, they're closing 150 restaurants by the year end. Outback has already closed 21 restaurants. They're going to close another 22. Denny's, many of you already know, is being sold to a group of private equity firms. We'll see how that pans out. But I will say this about Denny's. I had not been to a Denny's in probably 7-8 months. I ate there out of an emergency. And it's just basically microwave food. It's horrible. Denny's used to be a pretty decent place, but it has gone downhill. Super expensive for what you get. The food quality way down. Just they're on borrowed time if they don't turn it around. Ruby Tuesday struggling to recover from its bankruptcy in 2020. I mean, it's just not getting better. In 2009, Ruby Tuesday had 945 restaurants in the U.S. Today, around 200. Another restaurant that's probably on borrowed time. And I blame this on a few things. Of course, the economy's horrible. You look at the cost of labor, taxes, inflation, everything, theft, everything is playing a role now with retailers and restaurants. If you're in the restaurant business, if you are not on your A game, if you don't have great service, if you don't have really good food, if your prices are not competitive, you will cease to exist. I will tell you out here in the area that we're in Southern Alabama, it is very competitive, and it seems to be doing okay out here. The restaurants seem to be doing pretty good. If you were to tell me that we're in a recession slash depression in this area, it would be hard to believe. But I know that the country's a big place, and that just because a small area is doing well doesn't mean the rest of the country is doing well. But there are parts that are doing well or surviving, and there are, I think, a majority of this country that is not. CNN, Wendy's is closing hundreds of restaurants. So they're going to be closing between 200 and 350 restaurants beginning the end of this year into 2026. Wendy's, another establishment where I've been to the restaurants over the years a couple times. Wendy's, to me, used to be the best fast food restaurant or best fast food hamburger out there. No longer. The restaurants that I've been to in the past were dirty, not cheap, service not good, food quality downhill. Just not what it used to be. And again, if you're not on your A game, you are not going to survive. Here's one, justthenews.com. Nearly 200 million in federal health-related grants benefited people, not from this country, people that are here illegally since 2021. The average family of four pays $27,000 a year for health insurance. And we're shelling out nearly $200 million to benefit people not from this country. Does this make any sense to you whatsoever? Please leave me a comment. What are your thoughts on this? When people are struggling, citizens of the United States of America are struggling to pay health insurance, and people can just come over here and get it for free. That's just not right. That to me is absolutely criminal. You know, so we're allowing people to drive 80,000-pound semis on the road who can't read or write, and people have been losing their lives. Nobody looking out for the well-being or safety of the U.S. American citizen. And then we're giving health benefits to people that shouldn't be here when many people in this country are struggling to make these high insurance costs. Americans see a government that can't solve their problems. Wall Street Journal. The government can't solve your problems, only you can, but the government certainly can make the problems. And they've made some big problems. So don't look for any help. Don't look for any savior coming from the United States government, that's for sure. When they say, hey, we're from the government, we're here to help you, you better run for the hills, ladies and gentlemen. They cannot solve your problems. They can only create your problems, and that's what they have done. The system is absolutely out of control. And if you're relying on this system, the system that has caused all the debt, the deficits, all the problems, all the mismanagement, if you're relying on this same system to turn around and save you and fix things, you are sadly mistaken. You are no doubt drinking the Kool-Aid. Newsweek. The president proposing 50-year mortgages sparks backlash. This is a horrible idea. This administration has done some very good things, and they're doing some very dumb things. And this is dumb. This is bad. This would create a total higher cost because instead of 30 years of interest, you pay 50 years of interest. But it would make the interest payment smaller, but overall, you're going to land up paying a lot more for the same house. And I think, you know, the strategy here is the average American doesn't look at cost. They're not looking 50 years down the road. They're looking at right now, and they're looking at the monthly payment. Whether they're buying an RV, a boat, a house, this is what the typical American does. Can we make the monthly payment? And that's what I think is going on here. And if they can bamboozle the average American to do this, and they go, oh, my payment's $2,500 instead of $3,500. This is great, but you have payments for 50 years. So what are you really paying for that house now? It's a bad idea. Completely oppose this. This is a sucker's bet right here. Do not do this. BRICS countries purchased 20 tons of gold worth $2.5 billion. This took place in September. 3 central banks from 3 countries did this. And it is a reminder to all of us the importance of gold and silver and the importance that this is going to have in the future economic outlook, or maybe the new economic systems that is coming, system or systems. Gold is going to play a huge, huge role. And I don't give financial advice, but I think it is very, very important to be owning these type of assets right now, because we're going to see, I think, a transition to a new system. And that new system is definitely going to be in need of gold. Gold is going to play, I think, a very, very important role in the new economic system. And I don't think the new economic system is going to come from America. I think it's going to come maybe from China or some other country. But the world is going back to gold, and it's going to force America to do the same thing. Do we have any gold at Fort Knox? And let me ask all of you, what are your thoughts? Do we have gold in Fort Knox, or do we not? I don't know. I really don't know. We haven't had an audit there in what, 70 some odd years? I don't know. I don't know. But we do know that Russia, China, India, and most global banks across the world have been stockpiling this stuff. Have we? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. I think the world is going to force our hand, and we're going to find out what we have. And we're going to find out what other countries have. And I think we're going to be absolutely shocked, especially when we find out what China really has as far as physical gold reserves. Here's another one today. Trump announces $2,000 tariff dividend to be paid to most Americans. What are your thoughts on this? Again, another horrible idea. This is a helicopter about to drop cash into the laps of Americans who will gobble this up. And people who say, oh, this is terrible, it's a bad idea, I won't take the money. Of course, they're going to take the money. Everybody is going to take the money. I'll take the money, and I'll just go buy more gold. That's what I'll do with it. This is a horrible idea. Why are we not taking this money? And this is, from the tariffs. Why are we not taking this tariff money and paying down the debt? The debt is getting bigger and bigger, and now we're going to write $2,000 checks to pay Americans so they can go out and buy stuff, and then we'll hear how great the economy is doing because everybody went out and spent their $2,000. Here we go again. Terrible idea. Look, I support every administration. I don't want to ever see any administration fail. The last one, the one before that, the one before that. But they've all been horrible. And this administration's done some good things, and they're doing some really dumb things. And if they do this, this will be extremely bad for the U.S. economy. This will be very inflationary. And this is just more of the same thing. They're giving you crumbs while, trillions of dollars are going to corporations and other countries, and they're throwing the crumbs to you, and people will gobble it up, and they will go out and spend it as fast as they can get it and not even ask a question. And we wonder why we're $38 trillion in debt. We wonder why we have inflation. We wonder why we're losing jobs. We wonder why the standard of living continues to erode in America. Well, this is how it happens. Another one, more than 2,200 flights canceled Sunday amid nationwide air travel disruption. 7,200 flights delayed today. If this continues, I feel sorry for anybody traveling over Thanksgiving, over Christmas. This will be hell on earth, a complete nightmare. I was looking at some of the videos of the airports. Oh my gosh, the airports, horrible. The lines, people waiting hours and hours, and then getting a flight canceled. Unbelievable. O'Hare Airport in Chicago had over 1,000 flights delayed. Unbelievable. So look, the shutdown is no doubt beginning to show some pain and causing some pain in this country. And if they don't get something done here quickly, more pain is coming. So we will see how it plays out. Will you be traveling for Thanksgiving? Will you be traveling for Christmas? Leave us a comment down below. I want to know how many people are going to be out there traveling. I wish you the best. I'm glad I'm not. It looks like hell on earth, a complete nightmare. I'll be staying right here at the ranch. But just wanted to check in with everybody this evening. Beautiful, beautiful evening here. They're talking about the weather changing tomorrow abruptly. I mean, extreme, like 30-degree drop tomorrow. We shall see. 82 degrees today, beautiful. But we're going to continue getting this place cleaned up. Some more work going on later on this week, but it's coming around. I want to thank everybody for the prayers and all the kind comments and all the support. Really, really do appreciate it. I will leave you with this. Pray for this country, ladies and gentlemen. Pray for the administration. We do not want to see any administration fail, because if any administration fails, then the country fails. And so I don't care if that's Sleepy Joe or if it's Orange Man bad. I don't want to see anybody fail. We must pray for our president, our administration, our country. Also, quick shout out, Pastor Rick. I was at a Walgreens today, ran into Pastor Rick, watches the show, retired military, very, very good guy. We had a nice 15-minute conversation, met his wife. Will not mention her name. We could keep that private. But very, very good people welcomed me here in the area. And it's just good to know that there's good people out there. And it's a surprise to be out here in Alabama and to meet somebody who watches the show. So Pastor Rick, your beautiful wife, thank you so much for saying hi today. Really, really do appreciate it. And God bless you. God bless America. Talk to all of you very, very soon.